What's up, guys? Welcome back to another training. I'm Justin Colby. This is the Science of Flipping, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click the subscribe button. So today we are talking all about how to set an appointment. Now, as I'm recording this video, we are in the middle of this COVID pandemic, and we are all trying to navigate this real time. So if you are having challenges right now setting and sticking to an actual appointment, then make sure you are taking notes and rewatch this video right here. Make sure you give it a bunch of likes, because the reality is it is a challenge more so than ever. Pre-COVID, prior to COVID, setting an appointment wasn't terribly difficult. Most people expected to be meeting with the individual who was looking to buy their property and be of help or be of service. That was pretty standard. Now we have our new challenges when, especially with dealing with elderly individuals, which tend to be some of the biggest sellers here, at least in Arizona. There is a challenge, and so there's a couple steps that I want you guys to be taking during these times, but they are the same steps that you will continue to be using as you learn these strategies. So first and foremost, ask. You want to ask them, hey, if it'd be okay with you, I'd actually like to come by and speak with you, potentially shake your hand, or maybe give you an elbow bump and make it a joke, and at least be able to sit down with you eye to eye, take a look at your home, as I am looking to buy a home in the area. But it would go a long way for me to know at least you, your story, why you are selling, and I do still believe that to be easiest and most beneficial when we are physically together walking your property, so I can understand, quite honestly, how I can serve you best. I understand, Mr. Seller, it is always about the money to some level, but I also do understand, after doing this for such a long time, that there are other intangibles involved here. And if I can be a solution to you and help serve you along this entire process, I really want to do that for you. And so, is there a time, would you feel comfortable for us to sit down and take a look at the home together? I actually ask. I phrase it the same way. Now, obviously, right this moment, we are phrasing it with COVID in mind. But I would tell you, with or without COVID, when all this goes away and we are back to setting appointments as usual, I don't actually know when that's going to be, but when we are back to then, I am still asking, hey, I understand, you got this going on, you are looking to sell. Would it be okay if we actually meet and so I can take a look at the home with you and actually shake your hand to let you know I'm a real person? Having that ability to ask for their agreement really does a couple things for you. First, you're already getting a minor commitment from them. If you know anything about sales, it's always about getting minor commitments, and then you can get major commitments. And so I want to start by getting minor commitments. So asking if it's okay with them for us to walk the property and for us to potentially meet is always a good way to go about it. There are a lot of people making the mistake of just assuming it and saying, hey, would love to buy your home. Why don't I come by so I can see the home and we can talk further? They're just assuming that's okay. But giving the ability for them to approve it gives them the power or perceived power, and it gives them the minor commitment, or gives you the minor commitment of what you're looking for. Now, the next thing that I really want you to be able to do is address why you want to go see the home. Now, there's a lot of people, especially during this time, that are virtually wholesaling. And if you are actually wholesaling, or at least marketing in your own market, this is your way to be in the front of the line. This is your advantage, is to see if you still can get an appointment. Again, we all can agree, yes, it can be a little challenging with COVID right now. However, our team is still going on appointments today to go meet with sellers, and that's because we are trying to address the hurdle, the challenge, or the pain that the seller is going through. And so I want to do that over the phone in helping myself get to that appointment. And so I want to figure out what that challenge is so I can address it, and so that I can understand, well, if we want to get you there, let me do whatever I can to help you and to really be of value to you. And if I can help you achieve what you want, then I think this is a great scenario for both of us. So let me hear, your reasons for selling. And if I can tap into that and use their reasons for selling for why I should be able to go see the home, and I combined that with asking them their approval, I'm already ahead of the game. More often than not, people right now are trying to do over the phone closings, which absolutely work. We currently do it ourselves. But if you are going to get ahead of the curve and get an advantage in today's market, I'd really suggest you go down and try to get an appointment with the seller themselves. And this will get you ahead of the curve. You can understand why they're selling, and then you can be a solution for that pain. And number 3 is going to be the ability to say that there is a boss, someone higher, your construction crew, your money guy, that really needs to have me put my eyes on it. And this is understandable for most people. A lot of times the hurdles that we get when people say, well, you're going to make me an offer, but you haven't even seen our home. That comes up a lot when we're doing this virtually. And there is a way, and I'll do a separate training video to overcome that objection. But if there is always someone higher than you, if they're the chain of command, you are not the top of the chain of command, whether it's your money guy, whether it's your contracting crew, whether it's your partner, it doesn't matter. I'm always leaving someone else to be a reason that I must go see this home. I use that same tactic when I'm talking about and negotiating the deal. I always have an out. I always have someone that I have to get approval from first, so that way I'm not the one fully in charge of making that decision. So it goes something like this. The whole process goes something like this, okay? Take some notes. Mr. Seller, I'd really like to ask you, during all of this crazy time in the world that's going on right now, if it'd be okay if I actually came down to see the home myself, potentially shook your hand, or nowadays I guess we could elbow bump, but let you know I'm a real person, introduce myself, and quite honestly, I'd love to hear a little bit more of what is going on with you and why you're even thinking about selling. I am looking to buy this home, but I also want to make sure I'm a good solution for you and I can help you do that the way that you want. So is there a reason you are looking to sell right now? And if there is, the sooner I can get down there, as long as you're okay with it, that would be better. So would it be okay if I go down to meet you and walk the property? And also, what are the reasons or reason you are looking to sell? And as he gives me the answer, I would say, great. Well, the main reason that this can expedite all of this, and I know that speed now is something that can really help you in your scenario. My contracting crew gets a budget from me, in a guesstimate, I guess you would say, based around me walking the home of what we would be doing to the home. That helps expedite this whole process, so that way when they actually get into the home, they're 95 yards down the field, and all they have to do is get through the remaining 5 yards, punch it through the end zone, and we can start the project. And so that's really why I want to be able to go see it. Obviously, speed is a big issue for you, and I would like to be able to close this as quick as possible. So if it is all right with you, Mr. Seller, when can we schedule a time for me to come see the home? How about 2 p.m. this afternoon? Would that work for you? And that's it. Navigating the ability to see a home nowadays is more important than ever. And the reason being is because you want to be able to be ahead of your competition. Most of your competition is going virtual, trying to do this over the phone. And if you are marketing in your own backyard, the number one way to get ahead of the curve and to have a competitive advantage is stick to what works. Go belly to belly. And by the way, the main reason for all of that is because there's no better way to sell than face to face. I hope this finds you guys well. If you're not a part of the Science of Flipping Academy group in Facebook and you're into real estate, make sure you go join the Science of Flipping Academy group in Facebook, as well as make sure you're subscribing to this channel here. I'll make sure to continue to provide awesome content for you guys. I'll see you guys on the next training. Peace.